Hey, this is Kevin with All Star Medical, and today we're going to go over how to choose the proper wheelchair. So I've got a couple of samples out here, different style chairs. I'm going to start out with the most basic that a lot of people talk about, and it's the transport chair. A transport chair is where it's mainly for the caregiver to help push a loved one around. Not a lot of positioning or seating issues, but just somebody that gets tired and needs something to sit into. As you can see, this one is a combination where it's a rollator and a transport chair. It's got the wheel locks on the back, has a 300-pound weight capacity. It has the leg rests that you can take on or off. You can actually just flip them back around here. They are adjustable. So nice little feature here. You can fold these up. This one, I believe, weighs 20 pounds. So it's very easy to take and put in the trunk of a car or back seat. Again, transport chairs, the only way an individual is going to be able to use this model is by somebody pushing them. Even they may be able to do a heel strike or something of that nature with their foot and kind of pull themselves with their heel, but they're not going to be able to propel themselves. So this is one of the transport chairs combinations there. The other version that I have is your standard transport chair. Start out with that. You have a 300-pound weight capacity. This version right here weighs 19 pounds. They do have some versions that weigh about 14 and a half. Very basic. Typically, you either have long armrest or you have like a restaurant style armrest that kind of angles to get you a little closer to tables. Footrest, very basic. They do come off. You can pop them right back on, fold it up. Most of your transport chairs have a little button in the back that allows you to fold this down so it can be real compact when you put into a trunk of a car. Again, you do not have the large wheels, so the only way that you can actually propel is by somebody actually doing a heel strike like this or be pushed. Again, most of the time, the two chairs that I've shown are typically for the caregiver. They need something lightweight to get in and out of the car. It's for distances like, say, going to the grocery, going to the doctor's office or something, and they're just trying to help themselves get around that way. It's not something that they're dependent on all day long, okay? So that's your transport chair. Next we have here is a wheelchair. We call it a standard wheelchair, lightweight. There's not a lot of difference between a standard and lightweight chair other than it has a couple of features like height adjustable armrest, flip back armrest. Of course, you notice the larger wheels on this. Typically, these chairs have a 250 or 300-pound weight capacity, and if you need a larger seat frame, you can go up to 350, 400, and on up even to 500 pounds if you need it. They measure these chairs by the seat width. So they're typically 16, 18, 20. That's where they're mostly, that 16, 18, and 20 are usually in that 300-pound weight capacity. When you get to a 22 or a 24 or on up, you have a 350 to 400, 450 weight capacity. This one happens to have elevating leg rest. So you have the ability, if you need your leg raised up, you can do that. Again, they do come off. Just take them off just like that. These chairs are also going to fold up. So they typically weigh on average between 33 and 42 pounds. Some of the heavy duties can get up into the 50 pounds, but you just take them and fold them up like that. Still can put these in the trunk of a car. Again, it depends on the actual individual, the caregiver themselves. But this one gives you the ability where you can propel with your upper body, and it also, you can do a heel strike and use both. So kind of get both combinations done at one time if you need to. Again, different sizes available, so keep that in mind. Only other feature on this model here, these have quick release wheels. So you can actually take these wheels off real quick, and you can also adjust them. You'll notice here that they have 2 points. So you can actually adjust this plus the front wheels, and you can get a lower seat to floor height. So that's a nice little option that a lot of people don't realize is available. The next chair I want to go over is a reclining back wheelchair. You'll see some of these in maybe nursing settings, a few hospitals. It's the exact same thing as I was showing, except it has a higher back and it has a recline feature that you squeeze the brakes. Again, this can't be done by the actual individual in the chair. It would have to be done by a caregiver to recline them back if they needed it. This is a larger, wider width, but we just want to kind of show you a couple differences. Again, everything else is pretty much the same on the chair as far as all the features and benefits, but it is a much heavier chair. This is something you don't typically see somebody travel with. This is something that's in the home, in the facility, you know, things like that. So there's your reclining back. Next chair we have is what we call a custom manual. Typically this is for a high-end user. And what I mean by high-end, somebody that is using the chair day in, day out, 24/7. This is a chair that they're living out of. A lot of your spinal cord injuries or somebody of that nature would be using this type of chair. As you can see, it's very lightweight, smaller footprint. You can pretty much get this chair almost custom to you, where that's not the case for the other chairs. They come in like a 16, 18. You can get certain seat depths, different things like that. They make these in a rigid frame or a folding. This one actually is a folding frame. So you can pick it up with one hand, very lightweight. But this is not something that you'll see a lot of people in. Very nice though, and lots of different options and features on this. You can get different back angles, different back heights. Anything you possibly need, you can get done with a chair like this. So when choosing a wheelchair, we just want to go over all the varieties of chairs that are out there. We provide these on our website. So feel free to go to All Star Medical LLC and look at them yourself. If you need one, feel free to order it. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Thanks. Have a great day.